deep in the time capsule of being lost in the closet. Crazy Action Contraptions by Lego Technic. Let's take a deep dive into the 16 projects that you can build from this book. And here's our parts selection. We've got bricks, tiles, Technic pins, axles, wheels, gears, and rubber bands, which I think I actually added a lot of different rubber bands as a kid because I was afraid the originals would break. Now let's check out some of these incredible builds using these parts. So let's flip open the book and see what the first thing it has to say. Create wonderful things, be good, and have fun. You know what, guys? Don't do drugs and you might have money to afford Lego. I think that's what the Be Good stands for. The table of contents. Beaker Blender 3000. Let's get building. Here's a real one, just in case you're curious. Obviously, the Lego one outperformed the real one, and I think that's because of its design and where it uses larger gears down to smaller gears. So when you're cranking up here through this mechanism, it spins faster down here. On to the next one. Anomatic. There's nobody in my house to try this out on, so here's how it sounds. Kind of sounds like my grandma when she drives stick. And how this mechanism works is that this brick just sits on a singular Technic pin. The rubber band holds it in place and it grinds up against these gears and makes a grinding gears sound. On to the next one. Squeeze Claw Grabber. And you can't reach the minifig that ran away from you while you were snoring too loud last night? Well, look no further than this. Oh my goodness. As demonstrated, you can see this mechanism here works quite well for grabbing those minifigs off the top shelf. It just uses a bunch of Technic pins and these bar pieces, and that allows it to extend when you press. Simple mechanics here, pretty easy to learn and apply to your builds. On to the next one. No Donkey Cart. This mechanism just uses the tension from the rubber band to self-propel rolling its cart. Now it's time to test it out. I'm a little bit scared because there's a nick in the rubber band and it might break. And here goes nothing. Artimation. So it just uses a bunch of gears mounted to friction-free Technic pins, allowing the arm to swivel. It's grinding gears somewhere. Arm to swivel all over the place. You're supposed to put a pen in here, but I got a better idea. Let's apply chapstick to my dry, crippled hands. Oh my goodness. Well, that didn't work. There's parts all over the floor now. Piece of junk. Lego Launcher. It's a very simplistic build where it just uses this tile to launch using this piece, and here's your extra ammunition in the back. Let's test it out. Attempt number 101. Oh my goodness, I don't even know. Oh my god. Wall rocket race car. This is a pretty simplistic mechanism. It's just a body with some tires on it, and the self-propel rocket car here is just going to be with the tension of rubber bands. And let's have at it. Let's see how this goes. Oh my goodness. Attempt number 101. Hey, that worked much better. Supercharged Speedster. Let's test it out. Let's crank it up. How the mechanism works is it has the rubber band attached to here, which is to the lever, which is fastened around here, stretches off towards the back, and then is wrapped around that bottom axle, and which puts tension on the rubber band, which then turns the large gear, which transfers to a smaller gear. And then from that gear, it goes to the other side, which goes from this medium scale gear all the way into a gear, small gear, which is attached to the back axle, which then propels the car forward. Pretty cool. Battle Top Spinner. So this doesn't work the best, but let's just try it out anyways. Crank her up. It works okay. It's better if you just spin it. I don't know why this contraption works, but let's take a deeper dive into the contraption. So here's how it works. This rubber band, once you wind it up, it holds tension. And when you release, because it's holding tension, it spins automatically, which gives you enough time to move your finger over here freely to release the top. And it just uses a large gear to smaller gear to medium gear mechanism to spin this gear on top here, which spins the gear on the top, which causes the top to spin. And then you can just release it. So yeah, that's how it works. On to the next one. Board games. Let's build them all. Tic Tac Toe. Very simple. These are the X's and here are the O's. So Tic Tac Toe. This is connector peg solitary. You jump the pegs. A perfect board will have one peg remaining. Let's try this. Well, there's 2 pegs remaining, so I guess this was a fail. So there is 6 pegs inside the dice in this opening hole right here. And you shake it, roll it, and however many pegs fall out is the number that you roll. So there's 6 pegs in here total. And if I roll all 6 pegs fall out, I will DM Duck Bricks on Instagram to sign my Lego Ninjago Dragon's Rising polybag for me. So let's go. Only 1 peg. All right. Dodged that one. Zipline Runners. And for this one, it really inspires you to make your own. So that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, so I went with a very simplistic design. I used 2 wheels for the stability, and it's going to gyro on this. So if it chooses to swing, hopefully the minifigure will be able to stay at, base level, even though this is on an angle, allowing it to go up and down on the zip line. So hopefully it's a very stable and quality build. So let's set up that zip line using some floss. Now it's time to pick a minifigure. Who's gonna ride? I'm kind of thinking one of the classic spacemen.
No, please don't pick me.
All right, Red Spaceman is ready to go. It worked! And for the very last contraption, the Tennessee Time Killer. Here is the Tennessee Time Killer. It has the rubber band fastened to here. And this just winds up and acts as if like a wind-up toy car or a wind-up toy duck that walks. It just holds a charge with the rubber band because this is all wound up. And it lets the energy through these gears, which goes to this like tall crane part. And it just spins around in circles. So let's wind it up and see it in action. And so this is how you kill the time. You just watch it go round and round. It's cool to see the gears work. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Probably my favorite contraption so far. So that concludes all the projects of the contents inside of this book. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time going over everything in here over the past few days. And I feel like my level of knowledge on Technic has honestly been widened by the building experience of this book and with these parts as well. So thank you so much for watching and hope to see you guys next time.